Managers can only answer the questions that they are asked. So a journalist says to Jurgen Klopp, how about Steven Gerrard to replace you? And suddenly, Klopp says, well, with his answer saying it, that would be a good replacement. Suddenly it's all over the newspapers and all over media that Steven Gerrard would be the perfect successor for Jurgen Klopp. Let's deal with that first of all. Is that fair?
Well, I just think that you don't want to be the guy that follows up the legend.
That's David Moyes.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. Mm-hmm. And let's put it out there. Jurgen Klopp is already. If he just were to decide, you know what, I'm done today, right now, he would be considered a Liverpool coaching legend.
I think so. Yep.
I think that's fair, and I think that's correct, to be quite honest with you. And so, you don't want to be the guy that comes after him, unless, and here's where there is a difference between David Moyes and Sir Alex Ferguson. Jurgen Klopp would be leaving whoever comes next with a wonderful, beautiful, talented team that all you have to do is say, boys, just go out there and express yourself. Go out there and do the things that make you successful. We're just going to organize it. We're going to make sure that we nurture, that we develop, that we create an environment in which you feel happy and comfortable, and go on and beat some teams up as you have been doing. So in that case, if you're that incoming manager, if we go back to those David Moyes days, you had a declining Manchester United. And some would argue that Sir Alex Ferguson said, hey, see you guys later, because I know what's coming. What's coming is not pretty. In this case, it would be different. So if somebody were to step into that position, it would make sense for it to be yet another Liverpool legend. However, the same questions that we've had about Frank Lampard, maybe Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and in this case, Steven Gerrard is there enough experience? He knows the club inside and out. He would know and have a relationship with most of these players. He would know and have a relationship with everybody within the club. It would seem a perfect setup. But if you're Steven Gerrard, do you really want to go into that, in the middle of that fire? Because that's what it would be. You're a club legend. You've had tremendous success as a player. And yet, you going in there and taking a team that has been so very successful and perhaps not being successful, what does that do for you? Is that something that is in the mind of Steven Gerrard, or does he see it as this is yet another opportunity to continue to build on what my legend status is in this club, and is this yet another opportunity that I simply cannot pass up because Liverpool means so much to me?
You might not have guessed, but one of us has a love, and I don't know why, for Scottish football. Is it you?
No, that would not be me.
Okay, so it's me. Okay,
I don't hate it.
No, exactly. I think there's a reason Steven Gerrard took Rangers as his kind of first main managerial job, and that's the pressure of the football club as well. Now, he's learned, he's made mistakes, but he's also got the football club through from the first qualifying round to the Europa League group stages. He's doing all right, but he kind of really needs to win something. And if he stopped Celtic from doing 10 in a row, he would be a legend at Rangers as well. Do you think he has to win something at Rangers for him to feel, right, I'm ready now for Liverpool?
No, I don't think so, because I think what you're asking of him to do at Rangers, nobody has done over the last 10 years.
Correct.
But maybe what he can build on is the idea that those few steps that he has taken forward are the stepping stone for him to think, you know what, I feel good about my preparation. And let's not kid ourselves. Players that get to the level of Steven Gerrard or Frank Lampard, those guys that play at that highest level, there's a certain ego that goes with it. And there's a certain belief in yourself that goes with it. So I have to imagine that if Liverpool came calling, Steven Gerrard would say, you know what? Yes, I am the right guy for this job. I am the right person for this job. Even if actually he's not the man, he would think of himself as being the guy. And I don't blame him for it. It would be an unpassable opportunity if you are a guy of the stature of Steven Gerrard, and this is your dream, and I imagine that it would be his dream.
I agree.
To be the Liverpool manager. Yeah. This opportunity comes about, he would jump on it, and then he would hang on. And hanging on is the part in which he has to be very careful, because he would be getting the keys to a very magnificent, beautiful car.
Indeed. I want to end this by kind of referring to something we said at the beginning about the whole, you can only answer the question that you're asked as a journalist to a manager. People are now saying, oh, Jurgen Klopp's bringing up the fact that after his time is over at Liverpool, as if to say it's him that's saying it and coming out without being asked. It wasn't. It was a journalist who asked the question. However, as we take a look at Liverpool's Premier League finishes under Jurgen Klopp, he's won the Champions League. If he was to win the Premier League, do you think there may come a time he's like, you know what? There's no better way to go out than on top and just say, I'm done.
Well, it would be very difficult to turn down if you think about reaching the pinnacle of your career. However, we just have to repeat one very basic thing. He has a tremendous team in his hands with great talent and players in the prime of their career. So this is a team that could win not only this year, but in years to come. But there's another thing with Jurgen Klopp that we have not mentioned. There is some rumblings about the German national team. Is this something that he may be looking after? And he may say, you know what? I've done my part of the club team. I've achieved legendary status, and I've achieved things that we could not have dreamed of achieving. Champions League, potentially winning the Premier League. Now, maybe I take a break. And in taking a break, I think about the possibility of coaching my country. Could you blame him for it? I don't think so. And if that's in the plans for him, if that's something he would want to do, if there was ever a good opportunity to jump on the German national team, this would be it, because they're struggling and they don't seem to be getting any better anytime soon.
That's down the road, though.
Well, it is down the road, but I'm just saying,
yeah.
If you want to build a case, there is a case. There's a case to be made. That's all I'm saying.
But for now, he's doing all right at Liverpool, isn't he?
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.